Today we are going into the Garden State Comic Fest, probably one of the biggest conventions in New Jersey. Brian's here. He's buying me Fantastic Four #1 today. Cassidy's here and Colleen is here. The whole family's here. The place is packed already. Let's go inside and see what we find. Last time I went to a convention, we bought a big one. So let's see if we find a big one today. Look, Brian's on his phone when he's being recorded.
Oh no.
There's the hardest working guy at the convention.
Huh. Maybe yesterday.
Dead today, huh?
Slow. Attendance is a lot lower today, but that's normal for
Even with the artists, there's nobody there.
Evan.
Brian is exhausted from another convention. So we took a trip to the Garden State Comic Fest.
Yep.
Me and Brian and my two daughters, Cassidy and Colleen, who later on in the show will tell us what they got. They really like this convention. It's one of the biggest conventions in New Jersey. It's one of the biggest, the way they have it spread out.
Yeah, it's really nicely organized.
Yeah, there's two different, I can't say rooms because it's two different, really basically fields. One is on the ice. Mm-hmm. One is more like a basketball court, I guess I would say.
Well, it's in a sports arena. Well, and then one is in sort of a large gym-like space. The other's on an ice rink.
Yeah. And, a ton of vendors.
A lot of vendors.
A lot of creators. So they have a lot of big-name creators
they had a lot of
this one.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the 5th or 6th year that they've been doing it. Mm-hmm. They have... It's a really good lineup. I end up buying a lot of stuff. I bought another Gold Key Fantastic Four, so stay till the end of the haul. You'll see I got another one. I got some great sales. To me, when you walk into a convention and the Batmobile is sitting outside...
Yeah, that was cool. The 66 Batmobile was outside.
You know right away that it's going to be a good convention. Mm-hmm. And I think it was a good convention for both of us.
Yeah.
Brian found a Terrifier figure.
Yeah, I saw one. Mm-hmm.
And as you know, the guys who make Terrifier are friends of ours.
Yep.
They have a new movie coming out August 18th called Stream. So make sure you check it out. Mm-hmm. The guys from the people who brought you Terrifier.
Yeah.
Stream.
We're waiting for them to include us in a movie.
Yes, we want Brian to get his head cut off. We're hoping that they do that.
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be my head, but something substantial.
Yeah. So I spent time flipping through some Silver Age Fantastic Four bins. I'm really getting way focused on picking up at least one big book each time we go to a convention.
There was one guy there who had a lot of keys and a lot of Fantastic Four.
Yes, check out our short.
Yeah.
I think that the booth was probably worth about $500,000.
Oh, he had great stuff.
He had ridiculous. I've never seen a booth with that much value. With one guy. It was all graded stuff, but
he was from Albany.
Oh, really? I know you talked to him for a little while.
Yeah.
I've never seen the number of key books in one place.
Oh, it was crazy.
First appearance of every character you could basically think of from Marvel, basically.
He didn't have a lot of stuff, but everything he had was really valuable.
Yeah, really valuable. And it's funny, they had him all the way in the back corner.
Yeah, he was like tucked away. Yeah.
And we got to talk to him. You also talked to a guy who produces comic books, right?
Yeah.
One of the first things. So we actually ended up, we started to mingle at these things now where we actually talked to some other creators. We ran into AJ, who runs Super Jersey Comic Expo.
Yep.
We talked to him. He let us in on some people he's having. We're not allowed to talk about it at this point. Maybe soon we will be able to. We saw some cool cosplay.
Wait, we're not supposed to bring up the fact that Hugh Jackman's going to be there?
Oh, you just blew it.
Oh.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
He's not.
Keep it between us.
Hugh Jackman's
Hugh Jackman's going to be there. Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Super Jersey Comic Expo. Make sure you get your tickets. They go on sale soon.
I may have misspoken. What I meant was Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, he's a vendor. It's not Hugh Jackman.
A nice guy.
He's not the actor.
Hugh Jackman's a nice guy.
It's not Hugh Jackman. It's Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. And we saw some cosplayers too. The Cobra Commander and Destro.
Was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Some good cosplayers.
Costumes look good.
Well, a lot of cool stuff. You saw the Transformer. No, Die Ringer.
Oh yeah. Somebody had a Die Rugger. Yeah, Die Rugger. You guys would probably know it as the Voltron Vehicle Force. It was Voltron 2 here in America. In Japan, it was Die Rugger 15. Really cool looking action figure. I always like the look of that Voltron a lot. I mean, I love the Lion of Voltron too, but that one was always really, really cool.
But that's the thing about this convention. Is that convention, I mean, comic books, toys, and then like my daughter's like all like
the craft
stuff. Yeah. So there's a whole area where they have, pocketbooks and jewelry, and that's relating to your fandom. So
that wood carving booth was there again, and they had this really great Japanese Oni mask. It looked like. Oh man, I can't remember his name. He was like a ninja who fought Wolverine in the limited series in the 80s, like the red demon mask he wore. I can't remember his name. If you guys remember his name, please comment on what his name was. But they had a really cool like Japanese Oni carving. It was very expensive though, but it was really
if you've never been to the Garden State Comic Fest and you are in the area, highly recommend it. The only bad part, honestly, is it's expensive.
Yeah, it was $27 for the Sunday tickets that we went in on.
And we bought them ahead of time. I think they were a little bit more at the door.
Yeah.
And you know how we feel about conventions. We don't like to really spend a lot of our money getting in.
Right.
We like to. We spend our money when we get in there, but we don't want to spend it. But this one it's worth it. It's to me, it's like the New Jersey Comic Con. So it's like
and it's not as overwhelming as New York Comic Con. In fact, it was very easy to walk around.
Very easy to walk around.
Yeah.
Actually, some of the vendors were complaining that it was a little bit empty on Sunday. They had a lot more foot traffic on Saturday. So let's see what the girls got, and then we'll look at me and Brian's haul.
Thanks, Dad and Brian. So if you're new here, I'm Cassidy.
I'm Colleen.
And we are Chad's daughters. So here's what we bought at Garden State Comic Fest.
So I'm gonna start. So I got from this place called Painting Panda. This is their business card, their social media and all that. So I got just some keychains. Just thought they were cute, like celestial, a lot of moons. These are the ones that I got, but they did have a lot of like character ones. It was mostly like anime characters, which I don't watch too much anime, so those I wasn't really drawn to those, but they had a lot of like space ones, like bottled potions, a lot of different ones. It was really cool, really cute. They also had some artwork, they had pins, they had stickers, just really cute. You'll see their booth set up if you go to their social media. Just a really cute little booth. I liked their keychains. I need some new like just cute keychains for my keys, so go ahead, Cass.
Okay.
You have the bulk of the stuff today.
Do. After saying I had to stop buying art because I have no more room on my walls, I bought almost all art. So first I'm going to start off. I got this really cute double-headed cow pin. It's sparkly too. I don't have the card for the artist. She did not give me a card.
I actually have a sticker from that artist.
Oh,
that is what I show it. I didn't. I think it is Sea Bunny Art. This is the sticker that I won from them. They had a little like Plinko thing where you drop the little coin and you could win a reward. So I won a sticker.
It's a very good tactic at conventions to have a spin this wheel or drop this little token for a free prize, because I did end up buying something from them. Next, Colleen also got a sticker from here. We split it, so I got 2 Has-Been Hotel stickers because we're just starting to see stuff from Has-Been Hotel. And then Colleen got her fiance Matt an Appa sticker. Yep. And then I got this sticker for one of my best friends. Her birthday's coming up, and her favorite Studio Ghibli movie is Howl's Moving Castle. So that was from Denzel Draws. I actually have this sticker as an art print, and I even told the artist that, and he said that at the last convention he was at, that so many people tried to rip his art because they thought that it was stickers, so he decided this convention to only have stickers. But
yeah, and the Appa was definitely the best seller because all the other piles were like this high, and then the Appa one was like half of every other pile, so definitely a popular one.
Okay, my next, I also buy a lot of stickers because I cover my back door in stickers. But so next, it's a original piece of a female vampire. This artist actually has her own comic, so her name is Casey Cruz. She's an illustrator and designer. She has a web comic, so we will put her information down below because I will be looking into her comic. I don't often buy a lot of original comic books at conventions. I kind of stick to art. Next is 2 more stickers. I really like this artist, but I don't buy a lot of black and white art a lot, so I bought 2 stickers because I do love kind of Halloween and spooky themed stickers. So that is by Jack Scully. And then I actually bought from this artist before. Her name is I hope I'm pronouncing it right, Scioto. But this is the art print from Peacemaker. I'll back it away. Yeah. She had really good price deals. Yeah. So this print was $5, which you don't often see prints of this size for that. amount, and she had stickers for $1. So she was awesome. I have actually another piece of her. This is her business card.
It seemed like she might have been doing a little bit of a clear out, so at the next convention she could have some new stuff. So definitely a benefit.
Yes. So she did say that all of her stuff was discounted on that Sunday of the convention. So Sundays you can find some discounts because sometimes artists are trying to clear out.
Yeah, sometimes they don't want to go home with everything they brought with them. So Sundays sometimes are the best days for deals.
Yeah.
You got a couple of deals. That was kind of the first deal we got.
And then I don't have this woman's art. Oh wait, it actually says it in the corner. Never mind. Her information. I got this Chapel Rowan Hot to Go art print for actually one of my best friends. Her birthday's coming up in July, and she got me into Chapel Rowan. If any of our viewers listen to her, but I decided to get that print for my friend.
And it looks like it's from Tipsy J Hearts. That's what the little handle in this bottom corner is.
Is there anything in the back? No.
Yeah, no. So Tipsy J
she had
Hearts.
A lot of cute art. Not the style that I usually buy, but I did really enjoy it, and I bought that for my friend. And then next is an artist that I really liked, and I could have bought way more art, but everyone has a budget. I can't spend too much money. So this artist is C. Kev Draws, and we were talking to him for a bit. I first bought these prints for my dad. As people who watch the show know, he is a fan of the Flash. Okay. So it is 2 separate prints, one of the Reverse Flash, one of the Flash. I decided to buy that for my dad because I really liked it. The artist actually had, these are postcard size, but he had bigger sizes, and then the lightning was metallic, which was really cool, but unfortunately we don't have the space to put that size of art.
Yeah, he had a bunch of like larger prints that, like, there was one, I don't know what the art was of, but it was like raining, and all of the rain was metallic, so it just was really cool. Definitely something good for like collectors, kind of like how Dad down here had, if he had the space, I mean, he has every wall already filled, but it's definitely a nice like focal piece that kind of like could draw your eye to it. Just a little bit of a different texture than just flat art, so it was definitely really cool to see.
Yes, and then I bought 2 postcard prints for myself. So first we have Daredevil. He had a bigger print of this, and that's actually what caught my eye to like go look at this artist. And I really liked his art. I just thought it was awesome. And then I bought a Stranger Things art print. I don't have a lot of Stranger Things art, but I just loved this one so much. I loved all that he included in it. And then a little story is that he had a Kim Possible print that I really liked because I thought it was so different in style from the cartoon, for anyone who's familiar. And so I wanted to buy a postcard size, but he said that he actually sold out at his last convention, and so he felt bad, so he did give me a free bookmark of the same art print. So here it is in black and white, here it is in color. So that was really nice of him. I hope to see him at more conventions. I've never actually seen this artist, so here's his card, his information. And yeah, that was probably one of my favorite artists that I've seen in a while. I would probably buy more from him in the future.
Yeah, especially because he was different. Definitely a lot of times when you go to conventions all in the same area, you kind of see the same people over and over again. So it's like you already know what they have, and you already have what you would want to buy from them. So it's nice to see new people still coming to conventions, so we can still buy new art and find new things to add to our collection.
Yeah, and then lastly, Col and I bought from the same person.
Yes.
So if you want to show yours.
All right, I'll go first with my little piece that I got. So this was the first thing I got. So this is a wood carving. It's like layered, so it's not just like a flat piece. It's all kind of like raised, all these different areas, the way they're separated. This is the cupcake from Five Nights at Freddy's, for anyone who's not familiar. Here, we'll go with our other pieces first and then kind of discuss the thing. So I also got this. This is from Coraline. This is the Path to the Other World. I just really liked kind of the perspective of it, like the tunnel that Coraline crawls down, and the way that if you look at it, it's like the button holding over her eye, because if you've seen the movie, you know that's a big part of the movie, is if Coraline's gonna get the button eyes or not. So I just really liked that piece. Cass, you could show yours, because we both got the same.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you want to show them at the same time?
It's all right. We got the same piece, so
yes,
we both got this one.
We both bought this piece because we were both huge fans of Coraline. Colleen did yell at me saying I was copying her, even though I've bought from this artist before. So
well, Coraline is one of my favorite movies, definitely in my top
my
3 movies. So we just both really liked the scene art that this seller had, because it's just so different than flat pieces. Just seeing that dimension and seeing all the different little pieces of the art and how it comes together, we just thought, like, there was one, it was the Goonies, and like, I'm not a big Goonies fan. Like, I like the movie The Goonies, but they had like Skull Island and the Goonies in the background, and I was like, I don't like the Goonies that much, but like, I want to buy that because I love the way that looks. It was just all of the scenes, all of the woodwork, it was just really cool, really unique.
Yeah, so this is from Country Witch. I actually bought from them last year at Garden State. I bought a wooden scream knife, which I really enjoyed. It's in my room. But if you want to hear more about this artist, we are actually doing a spotlight on them. So we are going to have a short video kind of talking about their art. We'll have more information on them. So subscribe to hear more about that.
Yeah, and you'll be able to kind of see all these things we're talking about, all the different stuff they have in their booth.
They definitely, I mean, we'll talk about them in the short, but we do see some wood art a lot at conventions, but never something like this. Definitely super different. Yeah. I think reasonable pricing. We'll talk about that in the short, but
definitely hope to see them at another convention. I will definitely buy other pieces from them. So
okay,
that's all we bought. So take it away, guys.
So now you saw that they spent some money on things. Brian's still exhausted from the convention. That's why he's not going to New York this year.
No, I can't.
Let's get into our haul. So Brian, what did you buy?
Okay, so I stuck with my usual sort of independent stuff.
Weird.
But one of my things is a DC Black Label. That's not independent. But let's start with, every time I go to conventions, I always try to get something that's self-published. I like to check out a lot of the self-published stuff because in the 80s, some of my favorite comics that I ever got were independent self-published stuff. Look for a video of mine coming up soon on the history of Faust, Love of the Damned, in that vein. But this one I got
finally
from, yeah.
Brian's first purchase.
Yeah. Or Rabbit in the Jazz Age.
Yeah. Murder mystery involving the Klan, 1920s civil rights,
I'll
etc.
sign that for you.
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Hopefully it'll become a collector's item someday.
I got from the writer, Kyle Lawrence, who was selling this. It's called Brer Rabbit in the Jazz Age. And it's a story, it's a murder mystery, with the Ku Klux Klan as villains and a private detective, an African-American private detective, who's adopted the persona of the folk hero Brer Rabbit. It's pretty cool. It's got nice black and white art. Yeah, self-published. The guy crowdfunded to raise the money for the first issue.
And he did what with it?
What do you mean? He
Like
wrote it. He was the
it?
writer. Yeah. And the artwork is by... So the writer is Kyle Lawrence. That's who I spoke to. And the artists are... What was the name of the artist again? I'm sorry. Eric Judson and Zilsa Costa. So these are all independent people, trying to, make something for themselves.
Got it signed?
Yeah, got it signed by the writer. And it's a nice... it's a good story, and it's got some really clear, very impressive black and white artwork. I really liked it. It has a real professional feel to it, actually, for a self-published comic.
And the problem with this is that the only way for him to distribute it really is at conventions.
Is a convention. That's the only way to do it.
Unless he has any connections with any comic shops. But no, it's cool. It's cool. You read it already or no?
Yeah, I did, and it's a good story. It looks really professional for a self-published comic. I really like the way they put it together, and it's paced really nicely and written really well.
Hopefully he gets some traction with it.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see somebody,
Maybe we can have him on to chat with him about it.
Yeah, and honestly, some of the self-published independent stuff I get is some of the most fun stuff that I get because it's always somewhat surprising, you know?
Right.
Even if it's, I'm not saying this is bad, but even if it's not great, the independent stuff when I get it, it's always something kind of inspiring. You know, you read it and you think, oh, somebody just did this all on their own. You know, they just were like, I'm just going to go do this. So yeah, I guess you find them online. If you search Brer Rabbit in the Jazz Age, you can look them up, see if you want to check it out, see if you like what they're putting out there. So that was the first thing I got. The second I got two things at the same booth.
And just so you know, when we go to conventions, at a lot of these independent booths, Brian will stand and talk to.
Yeah, I do end up talking to people.
You talk to Kyle for quite a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so these are. There was I think I got these from Zap.
Okay.
I think these were at Zap's booth, Zap Comics.
Zap's is a big comic book shop in New Jersey. If you're ever in New Jersey and you're looking for a comic shop, Zap's the comic shop to go to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where I got these. They were selling graphic novels for $5 each, and I love picking up trade paperbacks. So this one is from IDW. It's written by Steve Niles, who wrote 30 Days of Night and all those
Some of the other zombie stuff he's written.
And artist Damian Worm. It's called Bryn Mawr. It's a story about a guy who, after getting divorced and sobering up, he moves back to the little island that he was from, and his return there kind of kicks off a curse that he has to help put down in the town.
Oh, he gets married?
No, but he ends up waking up an ancient evil. One of the things I could favorably compare it to is John Carpenter's The Fog. It has a bit in common with that.
Love The Fog.
Especially the fact that the main villains or the monsters, they come out of the water to go after the human population.
Oh, that is just like The Fog.
Yeah, so it's a cool little horror story.
Cool.
If it were written as prose, it would make a great little short story, you know, in an anthology somewhere.
Good.
It's really good.
There's Steve Niles.
Steve Niles and Damian Worm right there.
There you go. Cool.
Yep, so that was from IDW Publishing. Great little horror story if you want a quick read. It's a nice thing to check out. The other thing I got, this is published by DC Black Label, and it's through Joe Hill, Stephen King's son. He has an imprint there called Hill House Comics. And this is called Daphne Byrne. And it's a Victorian possession and ghost story.
When is that from? Not old or?
I'm not sure.
How long has he been writing for DC?
Oh, he's had an imprint for a couple of years now.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he didn't write it. Oh, but he has an imprint.
He publishes them.
That's
great.
Kicked off there, and it's written
and
by
horror.
Right, it's written by Laura Marks. The art is by Kelly Jones, who's been doing horror comics forever. He was one of the artists in the old Sandman series, and Michelle Madsen did the inks and coloring, I think. And it's got some great stuff. I mean, if you like Kelly Jones, it's pretty classic Kelly Jones art, and Kelly Jones does really good work with Victorian era scenery, and the covers are great and spooky. You know. It's a good story about a young girl who's trying to contact her dead dad, and it was shrink wrapped when I bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was only $5.
Oh, you read it already?
Yeah, it's really good. She's trying to contact her dead father through a medium, and she accidentally, unleashes a demon.
You brought a lot of unleashing of evils.
A lot of unleashing of evils going on here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good story though. If you want to check it out, Daphne Byrne, you can probably pick it up pretty cheap online,
or at a convention. Look for it
at a convention. Yeah, where I got it for $5.
Cool.
It's a nice hardcover book too.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah. Now we start getting into some deep history. This was purchased at a booth that's selling a lot of stuff like this. This is a collection of a comic strip called Lunar Tunes by the legendary Wally Wood. And this is actually the last comic series he worked on before he died in 1981.
How did he die, Brian?
He died by suicide. He did kill himself. And a lot of the stuff in here, it's a funny comic strip about a boy who travels to this sort of weird, surreal version of the moon and encounters all kinds of odd misadventures.
He wrote, and as the artist,
he wrote and
illustrated.
He used like a collage plus pen technique. You can see the face of Humphrey Bogart there in one of the panels. Yeah, and it stars his character Bucky, Moon Boy, and his comic strip character Nudine, who's a nude girl who just walks around all the time, getting into all kinds of problems.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's a really interesting. Yeah, it's a really interesting sort of underground strip. It's something that maybe would have shown up in maybe Raw back in the day. I think it actually was in Wits End.
You should do a Wally-Wood, a whole thing on Wally-Wood.
I should, yeah. Wally-Wood shows up.
Very interesting.
It's funny, he's one of those guys that when we talk about him, all of a sudden we just start seeing his stuff everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
He worked a lot with EC Comics. He was one of the original artists on Mad Magazine.
Kind of like Howard Chaykin, who we ran into and we said
saw
hello.
Howard Chaykin, yeah.
We just an interview and we went up. We told him we'd come say hello, so we went and said hello to him, and he was very happy to see us.
He seemed pretty happy to see us.
Didn't curse at us this time. So
no, we didn't get cursed out this time. It was
very
good.
nice.
It was very nice. And the final thing I got.
This is the coolest thing, I think.
Yeah, you like this one the best. Yeah. This is a collection of famous monster movie paintings and some other, actually, Men's Adventure magazine stuff by an artist named Basil Gogos, who used to do a lot of monster and horror art. Did a lot of pulp magazine art. One of the last things he did, I believe, was the Hellbilly deluxe cover from Rob Zombie. See that right there? And he did a lot of covers for Famous Monster magazine, and did some movie poster stuff for some B action films and things like that. So it's just a sort of biography and collection of his artwork. You see, there's a Tusken Raider he did, and there's the poster for Inframan that he did, which is a sort of Japanese kaiju thing. Oh, here's an album cover for a band called Electric Frankenstein that he did. And so he has a lot of cool stuff here. He did the monster stamps that the post office put out a few years ago.
Fantastic.
So yeah, his artwork's really cool. There's really awesome stuff with like colors and
Kong.
Yeah, that's that Kong right there. Yeah, so it's just a collection of his illustrations, a little biography of him.
And and the guy selling it was...
Oh, yeah, the guy selling it was the co-author here, J. David Spurlock, who's also the executor of the Wally-Wood estate.
Yes.
And he gave me an autograph on this book. It was pretty nice.
I think he autographed this one for you.
So,
yeah.
Yep, that one too. Yeah, he autographed that one too.
Oh,
so,
and you talked to him for a little while too.
Yep. If you like monster art, like I do, this might be a cool book for you to pick up or just check out Basil Gogos.
Lord of the Rings too, right?
Yeah, he did some Lord of the Rings stuff.
That's really cool. Yeah. That book is really cool.
Yeah, it's a nice collection of stuff.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. If you're a horror fan,
yeah,
just the history alone of the art that he creepy and
as a werewolf,
very distinct.
The Werewolf of London.
Yeah, very distinct.
The Werewolf of London right here. Yeah. Yeah, so it's really cool.
I wonder how much an actual painting of his would go for.
God, they're probably so expensive.
That's it? That's your whole haul?
That was everything. That was all I got.
Brian spent a total of $32.
I wish. That would have been nice.
Now, as Brian always buys his horror and independent stuff... Oh, it looks like it's the mask. He should be wearing one of those. He almost bought a mask, but he passed on a Guar mask.
Oh, yeah, it was a mask that looked like Balzac... from Guar.
Tried to get him to buy it. He didn't buy it.
Too expensive.
So as Brian always buys his strange books and independent books, I, of course, bought comic books, including another Gold Key Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see what I bought. Most of them are from dollar bins. If they're not, I'll let you know it's not from dollar bin. One guy had Wizard magazines in the dollar bin, so I bought a couple. Ones that I thought I'd be interested in. Number 24.
A good reference for research.
Absolutely what I'm going to use it for.
Yeah.
Another one, Great Fantastic Four on the cover. Another one when Superman changes.
The Energy Superman. Yeah.
And then I bought some comics. These are all from Dollar Bin. So anytime I go into
that one right there from Dollar Bin? Awesome.
There were a lot of deals. So there was one booth had 70% off comics. One booth had 50% off comics. One booth has buy 10, get 10 free. A lot of deals at the convention. So for me, it's a perfect convention. Even though the $30 is a lot, it's a perfect convention for me. Anytime I see 12-cent Supermans, no matter what kind it is, I will buy it in the dollar bin.
Sort of classic Silver Age.
Yeah,
Superman
I will
stuff.
anytime. Superman's pal Jim Lee Olsen, number 67. I love the covers from this time.
Yeah, those are great. Yeah.
They're so like zany, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Just kind of kooky.
Yeah, there's always like a double, or like a robot version of somebody, or
$3.54. Back then, really, this is what sold a comic.
That looks like Kurt Swan art, doesn't it?
Probably is.
Yeah, it looks good.
The cover sold a comic, so if you had a cover that grabs you, that's what people would buy because they're competing with everyone else.
Yeah, nowadays people mostly follow the character or the writer.
Artist or a writer.
Yeah.
Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane, number 53.
That's an absolutely great cover.
These are all from around the same time.
I love when Superman would get caught up in weird romantic situations, you know.
Superman 163. Apparently there's Wonder Man. Not sure whatever happened of him. But these all 4 of these, I bought one of each of the Superman titles that were around at this time. This was $4. So I mean, you can't beat it.
It's amazing.
I can't pass up on 12 cents for.
No, those are great.
This is the second of Supergirl's driving PSA comic books. I love the PSA comic books. This one is from American Honda.
Nice.
Teaches you what to do if you apparently land in the water in your car. Supergirl can't save you.
Thanks for the advice, Supergirl. Could you please just lift my car out of the river?
Supergirl, what are we trying? Why are we trying to get people out of the car? All she has to do is lift the car. All right. This is the first key. This is Justice League of America number 41. It's the first appearance of the key.
Nice.
Again, Justice League is a comic I've collected for a while. I try to pick up 1 or 2 at every convention I go to. This was on the wall. Guy had some great deals. It was really nice to talk to him for a while, so I bought a couple of comics from him. This was one of them. This one was from the 70% off person. The one booth had 70% off, and I was like, 70% off? That's ridiculous. It was originally $6. I think I paid $1.80 for it.
What?
And
really?
I was surprised at what this was.
That's a great one because I can see from the cover.
It's
the introduction of Earth X.
This is Justice League of America 1/7. It's the first appearance of Earth X. It's the first appearance of the Freedom Fighters.
Yeah.
And the first DC appearance of Uncle Sam, Black Condor, The Ray, Dollman, Human Bomb, and Phantom Lady.
That's amazing.
They're the quality comics heroes that DC gets, and this is the first time we see them. I was like, holy crap, it was $1.80.
That's amazing.
So what happens is when I buy the comic books, I catalog them when I get home and I see what I actually picked up. I never look specifically for keys. And I was like, I can't believe that this was
a great one.
$1.80.
That's like a frameable one to put out somewhere.
I couldn't believe it was that cheap. Green Lantern number 151. There's one guy had these dollar books and he had all these labels on it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I thought this would be a key, but it's not.
Does that say Joe Staten on there?
Yeah.
Oh, he was there.
He was there.
Yeah.
We were going to talk to him, try to get him. I actually emailed him, try to get him on the show. He hasn't responded yet. New Teen Titans number 11. This was not $7. It was in the dollar bin.
Wow.
Another comic that I'll pick up 1 or 2 issues at each convention I go to. Yes, most likely George Perez.
Yeah, nice.
Very small in DC, and if you've been watching us long enough, you know that I've been saying that DC Comics less and less in the dollar bins, where Marvel seems to grow more and more. So I did buy some Marvels. Captain America number 145. Yes, that's a dollar bin purchase.
Nice.
The thing with dollar bins is you really have to work. Like if you go to a convention, and usually when we go to convention, me and Brian stay together. This time we did not.
Yeah, we split up.
We kind of split up because I was spending a lot of time in dollar bins. Brian was looking for weirdos. So, Captain America 286.
Is that a Mike Zeck cover?
It is an iconic Mike Zeck cover that I have been looking for. It was only $1.
That's a good one.
It's a great cover. It goes along with the one I bought last time. Captain America 288. Another one. Dollar bin. I can't beat it. This was not in the dollar bin, but I think it was $3. No, actually, I think this was in the dollar bin. Submariner number 26. This is key number 3. It's the death of Red Raven. Red Raven was a timely character that comes back into Marvel for a little bit, and I think comes back in an X-Men issue, and then he dies in this issue.
Oh wow!
And this was, I mean, for this price, how can I beat a 15-cent Submariner?
Pretty cool.
Bought a bunch of Avengers. Avengers 206. On an Avengers kick now. Avengers 207. Avengers 208. Avengers 210. I had 209, so I didn't need a second one. Avengers 212. I had 211, so I didn't need a second one. Avengers 222. Tiger Shark, one of my favorite Submariner villains. Avengers 231. One of my favorite characters.
Which one's that?
She-Hulk.
Nice.
Avengers 272.
I bought that comic when it came out.
This one?
Yep.
Just the
That's the character. That's him.
Look at
What's
how
his
that ties
name?
in. So, Kitty Pryde and Wolverine miniseries, number 6. This is the character Brian was talking about that he saw the mask that looked
The mask
like
looked a
this.
lot like his mask.
This
yeah.
is absolutely coincidental. It was not planned.
That's so funny.
Thor, number 400. I've really expanded what I buy. The Deep, number 1. The Deep, 1970s movie.
Nice.
About creatures under the water.
Yeah.
Let's watch the trailer for it.
The Deep. The Deep begins in Bermuda with the adventure and romance of an island vacation. A fantastic opportunity for two young lovers to get away from it all. Was it beginner's luck to discover a sunken wreck under 3 centuries of shifting sand?
Where'd you get this exactly?
Was it a coincidence that there were 2 treasures, one of priceless jewels, the other more valuable than that?
You must be the young couple who found that.
So there you go, The Deep.
Nice.
Marvel Comics decided to do an actual
Before he was in the
tie-in.
Boys. Before he was in the Boys.
Oh, The Deep, yes.
The Deep.
There you go. I'm not sure why they... I guess at a point that, like after Jaws, you expected every one of these movies to be a hit.
Oh yeah. Sure.
The Deep was not a hit.
A shame.
Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and the Vision, number 129.
Nice cover.
Also, Dollar Bin.
Good coloring on that cover.
Here's some other ones where I didn't think I was going to collect it, but
Oh,
it's
you're
the
in.
Dollar Bin.
I had that as a
I'm
kid.
in. I bought one a while back.
I had that both those issues.
Battlestar Galactica 2.
Yep. I had number 1. I might still
I
have number 1.
I think I
You
bought
did?
it for you. I think I bought it for you. Battlestar
Oh,
Galactica number 3.
Yeah, that's right. You did.
I think I did. Because I bought one for you and one for me.
Right. Death Trap.
Cloak and Dagger, this is the last issue I needed, number 11.
Oh, there you go.
Dollar Bin. Spider-Man 2099. Number 3.
Nice. Concluding the origin.
There's a guy had these nice labels on them, even though they're dollar bins. And now let's get into the Fantastic Four.
The big one.
The big one. This was the big one. This one is the big one. This is Fantastic Four 57. This is a gold key. It's key number 4 in this haul. It's Doctor Doom and Silver Surfer appearance together. You know which one I'm looking for? I'm looking for the first Inhumans. I passed on it, and I shouldn't have, and I'm kicking myself.
Well, the guy we were talking about had the first appearance of Doctor Doom.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the graded one.
Yeah.
This was 25% off, so I got a really good deal on this. Cost me like $14. I'm lying. Cost me way more than that, but I'm not going to say how much. You could try to guess in the comments what I paid for this. It's in really good condition too.
Yeah.
But this was my big purchase. But I did
Is
make
that
some
Kirby art? In
Yeah.
That one?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
I did make some other smaller ones. Fantastic Four 93. This was $10 plus a discount.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Four 117. I love how so quickly I'm knee deep in Fantastic Four now.
Yeah, that happened fast.
Really fast.
It was like the Star Wars figures
Yeah,
thing.
Fantastic Four 204. This was in the dollar bin, right? Yeah. No, it's actually this was $4 with 50% off, so it was $2. This is key number 5. This is the first appearance of the Nova Corps and Nova Prime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Outside of his solo series?
No. The not Nova.
Oh.
Nova Corps.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And Nova Prime. So this really ties into the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
So the Nova Corps didn't premiere in Nova, but they premiered in Fantastic Four.
right.
That's interesting.
And that's I was shocked again. Like I said, I don't look for keys. I just look for what I need, and I needed this one. I was shocked to see what it was.
I would like to see how far apart those are.
It's a good question. Fantastic Four 207. Nice cover with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four newer version 566. This is key number 6. Doctor Doom's master. We see who controls Doctor Doom in this one.
Oh.
It's his wife.
No?
I don't know who it is. I didn't read it yet.
Mrs. Doom.
Fantastic Four 560. Fantastic Foes 2 of 6.
Cool.
And finally, Fantastic Four. I don't know what that says. It's not in English.
It's the real MODOK.
There's MODOK. It's funny, one of the booths we went to had a bunch of Fantastic Four comics that were Italian.
Yes, I remember. Yes.
So there's my haul. Not super huge, but big enough.
Not bad.
I spent some good money on the Fantastic Fours. Not sure why I'm so focused. I don't know what I'm going to do about number 1. Brian's going to buy it for me when we hit it big.
Not gonna happen.
That's the gift for me when we make our first $1 million on here. That's it. That's what we got. They have the other Garden State one, if you're interested, is in January. It's the Winterfest. That's the one where I had scored the 50 cent ones. Look back at our videos. This was a great convention coming up again in January. This is Super Jersey Comic Expo, the one that AJ runs.
When's that?
It's April 26th, 27th.
Nice.
We actually entered a raffle to win tickets to it. We will definitely be there. This is my favorite one for that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I hang these up just so I know. Carlisle Comic Con is October 18th and 19th. Maybe Brian could go to this one instead of New York Comic Con.
Yes, I would go to that.
So that's what we have coming up. I think the next convention we'll be at New Egypt.
Oh yeah, when's that?
August.
Nah.
And we'll be July 6th. We will be at
the Bergen.
It's another
Collector Fest or something.
No, it's another collector's flea market.
Looking forward to that one.
Flea market. So that's what we got coming up. Make sure you subscribe and share us with a friend, so we can start making money. So Brian can't make Fantastic Four number 1.
Yep.
Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time.